Hey guys, welcome back to another PS2 Memories video. Here we are taking a look at a budget entry title by the name of Go Kart Rally that was developed by Phoenix Games and released back in 2007 for the PlayStation 2. This game was released on the back end of the PlayStation 2's life cycle, as the PlayStation console itself was coming to the end of its run or its lifespan, and you started to see a lot of budget style games being developed and released on the system, and this is one of those games. The developers of this also released a lot of other very similar style budget games. I have done previous videos on them. I'll make sure to drop links below in the description so you can go and check them out. And for the most part, a lot of these games, they're easy to just pick up and play, they're quick playthrough style games, but they're not the most well developed games on the system. When you compare them to other more mainstream and bigger budget titles, they are quite poor in certain aspects of what's on offer. And this game, like those other games, is quite similar, as the gameplay, although the game does play okay, but it can be quite glitchy with the controls, even with the environments and the collision detection, and even the sense of speed isn't overly great either. The one thing to note, even going back to the likes of even the PS1 era, is with Go Kart racers, it's very hard to find a really good Go Kart racer. Go Kart racing games always tend to be quite fiddly to play, and a lot of them on the PS2 always seem to have that similar issue, as they look decent but the controls and the gameplay doesn't reflect the overall feel of the game, and this here is part of that equation as well. But again, it's a budget title, and like the PS1 before it, towards the end of its lifespan, you started to see a lot of budget style games that were also being developed for the system also, and you started to see a lot of these type of games that would just appear out of nowhere, where it was given an entry point for a lot of smaller and upcoming development companies to get their foot in the door to develop games for the console. So in its own right, it was the start of an avenue for developers to really make a name for themselves. Even though the games themselves weren't particularly all that good or appealing for the most part, it still was a good way to get started if you were a game developer, especially to get a game released on a well-established console. So that in itself is a privilege. And the funny thing with this game, even though it wouldn't be considered to be that great of a race, or even though it is a budget title, because it is towards the end of the PlayStation 2's lifespan, the game is also quite rare to find a physical copy of. And if you do manage to find one, you can track them down on the likes of eBay and on forums and stuff, but the prices of the game are starting to creep up in value, to some cases where the prices are even going up to like over $50, $60, $70, way more than what the game would have been worth when it was originally released back in 2007, which is crazy. But that's just the crazy thing about games and with game collections and game collectors and stuff, that if something is quite rare, even if it isn't considered to be that good, if it's in high demand, the prices will go up. So this is just proof of that. But generally, overall, what's it like to play? The gameplay, you can win races in it, but it does definitely take quite a while to get a feel for the controls. It is a lot of luck in the game. It is quite luck based, even regardless of the skill. After a while you will get to manage the feel of the kart, but at any point another racer can come in and tip you from the side, and it literally spins you out into a wall, which means you have to respawn and try and catch up with the pack. And especially with the races, it can take a long time to try and gain back your positions, so it definitely presents quite a difficult challenge. And the ratings for the game when it was released reflect the difficulty of the play style of the game. So with it being a budget title, it pretty much is what's expected from a lot of these games back then. But if you are on the hunt for something a little bit different, and you want to explore something that was similar to these type of games back in the day, even just to explore these budget style games on the PlayStation, then you can have a look at this and play it for a quick playthrough just to see what you think. And I would love to know your thoughts of this game, if you have played it yourself, and did you even know it existed, and if so, what did you think of it overall? Be sure to share it down in the comments below. And if you have enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more videos of these unique style racing games that were released only on the PlayStation 2, then be sure to leave a like on the video. Again, subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon to be updated when future videos are released. And also feel free to check out some of the other videos on the channel where I have provided similar type of reviews and gameplay videos of similar style of budget games that were released only on the PS2. So make sure to check check those videos out, and again I will see you all in the next one.